So friends, is the pronunciation right? May I request those who are not responding to mute your mic? Yes. Is the pronunciation right?
Hokma.
Uh,
Hokma.
Hokma. How? Yeah. Okay. Deacon Maman, how do you know this is Hokma, not Hakma?
There is no presentation of impact here.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Kamesh Hatu.
Kamesh Hatu. It is Kamesh Hatu because it's an unaccented closed syllable.
Fantastic. That is the answer. Okay. So this is Hokma. The Kamesh is Kamesh Hatu because it is
Hokma.
placed in an unaccented closed syllable. All right. So Hokma. Okay. Brother Abraham, the first syllable is closed or open?
Yeah. It's open.
Is it open syllable?
Oh, sorry. It's a consonant. It's a closed one.
Okay. The second syllable?
Second one is open
Okay. Why?
because it ends with het.
Hey, not head. Head. Hey.
Okay. Hey.
Hey.
It's not. We cannot pronounce it.
Exactly. So it is a weak letter, so it cannot close the syllable. All right.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Yogesh, number 2.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please read number 2.
Sorry, sir.
Can you please read number 2 here?
Number 3 or 2, sir?
2.
2, okay. Malka.
Okay. Super. So the first syllable is opened or closed?
Close, sir.
Okay, it's a closed syllable. Okay, the Shiva underneath Lamat is a silent Shiva or a vocal Shiva?
It is a silent show, sir.
Okay, so silent Shiva is otherwise called as, what is the other name?
I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't answer.
What is the other name for silent Shiva?
Oh, sorry, sir. I forgot.
Syllable divider.
Syllable.
So here, yeah, so exactly that's what here it is doing. It is dividing the
Yes,
syllable.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
dividing the syllable. Okay, very good.
Thank you, sir.
Jay Christy.
Businessman.
Sir, good morning. Sir, it was join manna, sir.
Hello.
Saloma.
Hello.
Shaloma.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Please read number
Sir,
3.
now join.
Hello.
Sir, third one, Shaloma.
Shelomo.
Okay,
Shelomo. Okay, so
Okay.
Shelomo. Okay, so the first syllable is an open syllable or closed syllable?
Open syllable.
How? Why? How do you know it is a open syllable? The answer is right, but what is the justification? How do you know?
The word can pronounce fully.
No, according to the rule, what is the rule for open syllable?
I don't know, sir.
If a syllable ends with a vowel, it is an open syllable. If the syllable
Okay.
ends with a consonant, it is a closed syllable. Exceptional case, K and Aleph cannot close a syllable, but in case if K is appearing as the last letter with mafik, then it can close the syllable.
Okay, sir.
All right. The second syllable, any idea whether it is open or closed?
Closed, sir.
No, it is open because K cannot close the syllable. So the previous letter, that is the previous element, is the vowel, not the consonant. All right.
Okay,
Please
sir.
brush up.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Thank
Please spend some more time in brushing up the grammar.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Stephen, Sahil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please read the fourth one.
David.
David. Very good. Okay. First syllable open or closed?
Open.
Okay. Second.
Closed.
Okay. So that vav before dalet, is it a consonant or a vowel? Vowel indicator.
It's a vowel.
I mean vav. Is it a vowel?
Oh,
or
wow. is a consonant.
is it a vowel or consonant?
It's a
It's a consonant. It's not a vowel. It's a consonant. Okay. Brother Davis Benson, can you read the sixth one?
Moshe.
Moshe. Okay.
The first one is open syllable
Okay.
because it's ending with the vowel. Second one is also open syllable. Because
Okay.
of A,
Super.
it's a weak letter.
Sir, we
Fantastic.
didn't do fifth one, sir.
Oh, sorry. It's not visible. Yeah. Jancy Mary Hella, can you read the fifth one?
Yes, sir. Ram.
Once again,
Paran.
Paran. Okay. The first one is open or closed? First syllable.
One is open.
Okay. Why?
Ends with aleph.
Yeah. Aleph cannot close the syllable. The second one?
Second one is closed. Ends with
Okay.
consonant.
Okay. Professor Eric, the seventh one.
Ru Sha Laim.
Can you just read the first syllable once again?
So Yaru,
Exactly.
so that is open because it ends with a vowel.
Okay.
Sha is open because it ends with a vowel. La is open because it ends with a vowel. Im is closed because it ends with a consonant.
Super. Fantastic. Sandra Jean, can you please read the eighth one?
I'm sorry.
Right, you are right. The last one, just try to read the last syllable. A, right? Then that is
C.
sin. That is sin
C.
or shin? That is sin, right? That is not shin.
Yeah,
Sin.
sim. Not a. Yes, it is yes, not as such.
Exactly. So it should be read as say. Say. Say.
A.
So the first syllable is open or closed?
It's open.
Okay, because
It's ending with a vowel.
the second one,
is also open because it is ending with a he.
Very good. Franklin, B.S. Franklin.
Sir, actually, I am not practicing, sir, due to home shipping, sir. I will cover, sir.
Okay, you have to cover because if you leave,
Yes.
it will be difficult for
Yes,
you.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, please, sir.
Christmas Nalar. Narayana Rao.
Sir,
Can you please read the ninth one?
no, sorry, sir. I just missed 2 classes and I'm yet to follow the last 2 classes. As I sent a message to you.
But please do the follow-up,
I'll-
otherwise it will be difficult.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do that.
Yes, yes. Songli,
Yes, sir. You called my name or what?
yes. The ninth
sir.
one.
Ninth one. It's Vena Ashe.
The last one, Shin or Sin.
Sin
Yeah, yeah. So Vena Ase.
Ase. Acha.
Yes. So already the syllables are divided. The first one is open or closed.
So it's open.
Okay. The second one.
Second one, it's also open
Why?
because there is vowel. It's person with vowel.
That is not the actual point. It ends with hey. So whenever it ends with hey, we have to look at the previous letter. That is the previous element. The previous element, if there is a vowel, then it is usually there will be a vowel. Okay, so it is also an open syllable. Okay, Madam Geeta, can you just read the last one?
Yes, sir. Kittel.
Okay, can you divide that into syllables?
Yes. Kit, one syllable.
Okay.
Tail, one syllable.
Super.
First one is closed and second one is also closed.
Super.
Because it's ends with the consonant.
Consonant, right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now another task is there. Ravi Kiran. Yes, please. Can you please read the first one and divide that word into syllables?
In second, sir?
Exactly. Divide the following words into syllables. Identify whether the syllables in each word is open or closed. Please read it first and then you can divide it into syllables. Tick-toe.
Tick-toe.
Tick-toe. Tick-toe. Tick-toe. Have you done this homework?
The last one, Beth, sir, last
Exactly.
letter.
Yeah, birth only. Like, have you done this homework or you are trying now?
Not done, sir.
Okay, so please do it. Yeah, please do it and send it to me. Can you just say this TikTok? Can you divide this TikTok into syllables?
Yes, sir. 2 syllables.
Okay, the first one is
Tick, one.
okay,
First
super.
one, tick.
Okay, the second one.
Next, tob.
Tob. Okay, so when
Tob.
we read, we have to look at each and every letter. Okay, so I have already explained how it, it takes place. For example, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. That's how the Hebrew words are designed.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever we read, we have to read along with the vowel. So tick, toe, tick, toe. Okay, so the first one is open or close syllable.
First one is open, sir.
Okay, second one.
Just closed, sir. Second.
Okay. So when do we call a syllable as open syllable, and when do we call a syllable as closed syllable?
So,
no, my question is, what is the rule? How to identify whether a syllable is an open syllable or closed syllable?
Open syllables.
Open syllable ends with a consonant or vowel?
Consonant, sir.
Vowel.
No, vowel. Closed syllable only ends with a consonant, right? So, friends, please go through the class notes, class lectures after the explanations that we receive. It is always better to read on our own, right? And understand what is there, what has been explained, and try to do the homework. I think, yeah, so language learning is always, already I have mentioned, I guess, 50% is only from the teacher side. 50% is from the student side. So I can contribute only 50%. You have to contribute the remaining 50%. Then only you can learn. So that means you have to read and understand a lot. All right, maybe one or two we will try here.
Sir, a small doubt, sir.
Yes, madam.
In this TikTok,
Hmm.
actually that Shiva is a silent Shiva.
Exactly.
But then also we should consider it as a vowel and we should say that it is an open syllable.
We don't consider Shiva as a vowel here.
Okay.
The only the full vowels will be considered for a syllable.
So here this tick, we have to consider it that ka as a consonant, that's all.
Exactly, because the role of the silent Shiva is to divide the syllable. That's why it is called a syllable divider. So, and then moreover,
Then it should be an open syllable, isn't it?
No,
Closed one.
This is closed only, right?
Yes, sir. Both are closed.
Exactly.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So silent Shiva, you will not be pronouncing.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. So there is no need to worry about that. So whenever you come across the silent Shiva, it cannot be pronounced, and when it divides the syllable, it will not be pronounced.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So yeah, madam, can you try the second one?
Kulla.
Super.
Kulla.
Yeah.
Kulla is first one is it ends with lamed, it is closed syllable.
Okay.
And second one, it is though it is ending with he, it has a mapik, so it can close the syllable. So it is also a closed syllable, sir.
Okay. So friends, this is the basic logic. Okay. So please, once again, go through number 8. Can Brother Manoj, can you try the 8th one?
Which one is it, sir?
The 8th one.
8th one. Bade Ra. Bade Rek.
Okay, can you divide them into
Ba,
syllables?
Ba is the first syllable, open. De is the second, Bade, and Rek is the third one. Second is also open, third is closed.
The first one?
Open, Ba.
Then, okay, so what is that dot in Dalat?
In Dalit. Okay.
So it is Dagesh Forte,
Just a minute,
sir.
just a minute, madam,
Dagesh
please.
Forte, Bade Rek.
Yeah, what is that Dalat?
Bade Rek.
No, my question is, what is that dot in Dalat? There is a dot in Dalat. Are you able to see that?
Dagesh Forte.
Exactly. So Dagesh Forte, what is the purpose of Dagesh Forte?
Doubling. So Ba, De.
So can you spell out the
Rek.
first syllable? Ba?
Ba. Because there are three vowels, no, so there should be three syllables.
No, yeah, that is right. What you
There
have
are
done
three
is right.
vowels, no.
Yes,
So
yes, please
Ba,
listen. Yeah, please listen. My
De,
only
Rek.
What?
So the question is where you put the syllable thing. So I put it after the Rek, like that. So
no,
it cannot
no,
be
no.
two, no? It is three
No.
syllables.
Yeah, my question
Why
is
is it?
just a
There
minute.
are
Why is
three
it
vowels,
Dagesh
no.
Forte?
Bad, De, Rek, or Bad, De, Rek. Which one would you say is right? I mean, my thing was Bad, De, Rek. So the second
Can
De
you spell
would
out?
carry
Can you
the
spell out? Can you spell out the first syllable? Can you spell out the first syllable? Date.
8, and then this Pathak, and then the Dalit. Bad,
That's right.
and then De. Again, another Dalit will be there. With it, a Segol. Bad,
Exactly.
De, and then Rek.
Exactly. Yeah, that is how it
Okay,
should
so
be.
the Bad would close it, and then this will be the open syllable. De would be the open syllable.
So
So the
the
only
caution.
confusion was whether to put this with the first because of the three vowels, no.
No, that's why I explained in the last class. So the caution here is when you come across a doubled letter, while dividing a word into syllables, you will write $2, whichever letter is
Okay.
double. So the first one will join with the previous syllable.
Bad. Okay.
The second one will begin the syllable, and the vowel under the doubled letter will be placed in the second one,
Yeah.
not under the first one. Yeah, that's what you have done rightly.
So this is closed, and then the second one is open. Final one is closed, right?
Exactly.
Why is
Yes,
that
please.
Dagesh Forte?
It is there.
For
I don't know
doubling.
why it is there. No,
No,
the
why
question.
why is it not Lene? Why is it Forte?
Because it is preceded by a vowel. It is preceded by a full vowel, no? That is why it is forte.
Yeah,
In
if you
the
go back to the
first
rules,
one is the
if you go back to the rules, you can understand that whenever you come across a Behet Kefat letter with a dot somewhere in the middle of the letter, you have to look at the previous letter, the preceding letter. If the preceding letter carries a half vowel, then it is Dagesh Lene. If it carries a full vowel, it is Dagesh Forte. For example, you look at example number 1 here, TikTok. If you look at TikTok, Tav is beginning a syllable. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Madam Santra, can you see that? TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah. So the second syllable is beginning with Tav, with Dagesh Forte or Lene.
That's a Lene because Yeah,
Because
the previous is a Shiva.
exactly, that's a simple logic. Okay, if the previous letter is carrying a Shiva, definitely that will be a silent Shiva, and then the Beckett Kefat letter with a dot will be considered as Dagesh Lene, beginning a new syllable. Okay, number 10. Can you just read number 10?
Me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Uh, Meebo.
Yeah, so that Dagesh is there in Bet. Dagesh Lene or Dagesh Pote.
Oh, okay. That's a forte
Okay, why?
because it's preceded by a full vowel.
Okay, so that even the pronunciation
It will
should
become membo.
mib, mibbo. So you have to stress there because it is doubled. So while dividing this word into syllables, how will you divide?
It becomes closed and open syllables.
Just spell out the first syllable.
Meb.
Okay, mib, and then the second syllable.
Bo.
Very good. Mib, bo. Okay, so 2 syllables are there. So the first one will be open or closed?
Closed.
Okay. The second one?
Will be open.
Exactly, because it is
Ending with
ala.
a ala.
Exactly. So very good. So you all have understood well. Only thing is like, brushing up is necessary. Okay, because this is not our mother tongue, and this is an ancient language, classical Greek, and the grammar was also designed based on the text. All right. So it is not a modern Hebrew. So we have to be little cautious in that. But you all are doing well. Only thing is like some of our friends who are busy, they are not able to spend time. But in the initial stage, if you are not, making it up, otherwise you will find it difficult in the days to come. All right. So quickly, I would like to move on to today's portion, which we will be able to finish, I guess. So today we will be learning about the definite article. Okay. We all know what is definite and indefinite article. In English, we have definite article is the, and then the indefinite articles are either a or an. An is before the words that begin with vowels that you know. All right. So in Hebrew, you don't have indefinite article. Okay. So you don't have a separate letter to denote that it is an indefinite article. But you have definite article. So whenever a word is appearing without definite article, it is an indication that that particular word is an indefinite noun. For example, ish, a man. Okay, that is an indefinite noun. But a daughter, ben, a son, yom, a day. So all these words are appearing without definite articles. So we can consider them as indefinite nouns. So that means the point here is, in English you have a or an, but in Hebrew you don't have those words. So when a noun appears without definite article, it has to be understood that it is an indefinite noun. If that is the case, that means there is a particular term or letter which will denote the definite article. Okay. So the basic definite article in Hebrew is he, pata, and dagesh forte. He, pata, and dagesh forte. So this he, pata, and dagesh forte will be prefixed to the noun. Okay, he, pata, and dagesh forte. So now we should learn how to prefix he, pata, and dagesh forte before the nouns. Because there will be one problem. Can anyone identify that? Trace out what problem we will face when we prefix he, pata, dagesh, forte. If the initial letter is a non-guttural, it is not an issue. But if the initial letter is a guttural,
Cannot be doubled, no, sir.
exactly. So gutturals cannot be doubled.
Dagesh forte.
Exactly. Gutturals cannot be doubled because they don't accept dagesh forte. So that means before the letters, before the nouns that begin with gutturals, we have to do some alteration. And before the nouns, which begin with non-gutturals, there will not be an issue. So let us learn step by step. There are certain rules that we need to follow. Number 1. So the common form of definite article is written as it is without any change before all the nouns that begin with non-guttural. So if the initial consonant is a non-guttural, the basic definite article form he, pata, dagesh, forte will be just prefixed as it is. So that means the dagesh forte will appear in the first letter of the noun. Okay. For example, yad, a hand, indefinite noun. Hayyad, the hand, it is a definite noun. He, pata, dagesh forte plus yad. So dagesh forte is placed in the first letter and yod is the first letter. All right. So this is the simple basic thing. Yad, indefinite noun. Hayyad, definite noun. Kol, a voice. Hakol, okay, the voice. He, pata, dagesh forte. He, pata, and dagesh forte appears in the first letter of the noun. Lev, heart. Halev, the heart. Okay. All right. So if the initial consonant is a non-guttural, that is, if the initial consonant of a noun is a non-guttural, then the basic definite article he, pata, dagesh forte will be added as it is without any change. Now the problem is when the initial consonants are gutturals. Gutturals cannot be doubled. And again, gutturals are divided into two types. And one is hard gutturals and the other type is soft gutturals. He and he are hard gutturals and aleph, ain and resh are soft gutturals. So that means there is a difference in the way how the definite article he, pata, dagesh forte will be placed before he and he and ain, aleph, ain and resh. All right. So first we will look at the hard gutturals. He and he. He and he are hard gutturals. So if the initial consonant is either he or he, then the definite article will be he plus pata without dagesh forte. And the reason is before hard gutturals, we can write the definite article he plus pata without dagesh forte and no need of increasing the vowel from short vowel to long vowel. So he and pata will appear before the nouns that begin with either he or he. Let us understand this by looking at the examples. Kherev, kherev, sword. Ha kherev, the sword. Hekal, temple. Ha hekal, the temple. So if you see here, the initial consonant is either he or he, and the definite article is he followed by pata. Now, what is the change that happens before the initial consonants or the nouns, if they begin with either aleph or ayin or resh, then the definite article will be a followed by kamets. Okay. So these are soft gutturals, so they need a long vowel before them. Okay, aleph, ayin, and resh. So if the initial consonant is either aleph or ayin or resh, the definite article will appear as k followed by kamets without dagesh pote. Examples: rosh, head; harosh, the head; av, father; ha-av, the father; ir, city; ha-ir, the city. Okay, so these are the important categories that we have to keep in mind. Okay, so these principles, these rules, you have to memorize, or you have to keep in mind. You need to remember it whenever we read. Then only we will understand the logic behind the rules. Before all the nouns, before all the indefinite nouns that begin with non-gutturals, the definite article will be a pata followed by dagesh pote, and the dagesh pote will be placed in the initial consonant of the noun, which will be a non-guttural. If the initial consonant is either he or he, the definite article will be he followed by pata. If the initial consonant is either aleph or ayin or resh, the definite article will be he followed by kamets. Okay, so these three rules are the basic rules. But apart from these three rules, we may also come across some exceptions. Okay, in any language you will have exceptions. So in Hebrew, we will also come across more and more exceptions. Now, if the initial consonant is he followed by kamets, and if the initial consonant is an unaccented he followed by kamets or ayin followed by kamets, then the definite article will be written with he followed by segol. So before, if the initial consonant is he followed by kamets, and if the initial consonant is either unaccented he followed by kamets or unaccented ayin followed by kamets, the definite article will be he followed by segol. Okay, hakam. Okay, here it is not hokma, this is wise man, because ha kam, hakam, he hakam. Okay, the initial consonant is he followed by kamets. Second example, afar, unaccented ayin. If the initial consonant is unaccented ayin, afar, definite article, along with definite article, it will be he afar, the dust. Harim, okay, harim, mountains. Har is the singular form. Here it is appearing in the plural form. Harim, mountains. He harim, the mountains. If the initial consonant is he followed by kamets, if the initial consonant is an unaccented he followed by kamets or unaccented ayin followed by kamets, then the definite article will be he followed by segol. So what we are learning are exceptions. The basic three rules as it is before, or if the initial consonant is a non-guttural. He followed by pata before he and he. He followed by kamets before ayin, aleph, ayin, and resh. Before he followed by kamets or unaccented, he followed by kamets or unaccented ayin followed by kamets, the definite article will be he followed by segol.
So when you say unaccented ayin with kamets,
Yes.
what do you mean, sir?
If I say accented, what type of accent will be there? There are
Munna.
possibilities. Yeah, there are possibilities for either Munna or method.
Munna. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So those accents.
Yes. Oh, super. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now we are dealing with the exceptional cases. Okay, so now if the initial consonant is yod followed by simple vocal shiva. If the initial consonant of an indefinite noun is yod followed by simple vocal shiva, or simple vocal shiva, then what type of definite article will appear? A followed by pata without dagesh forte. But please remember, in the first example, you have seen that the initial consonant is yod followed by kames. But in the exceptional case, it should be yod followed by simple vocal shiva. If the initial consonant is yod followed by simple vocal shiva only, then the definite article will be he followed by pata without dagesh forte. This will happen always if the initial consonant is yod followed by simple vocal shiva. Okay, examples. Eladim, ha eladim. You don't see a definite article, sorry, you don't see a dagesh forte in yod because the initial consonant yod is carrying simple vocal shiva. Aor. Okay, ha aor. Fine. So before, if the initial consonant is yod followed by simple vocal shiva, there will not be dagesh forte. You will not see dagesh forte, right? But again, in this exceptional case, there is another rule. That is, some nouns, not all, some nouns that begin with mem followed by simple vocal shiva. Some nouns that begin with mem followed by simple vocal shiva, the same principle that we apply for yod followed by simple vocal shiva is applied. Okay, but one thing you have to keep in mind, not all the words that begin with mem followed by simple vocal shiva. Only a few words that begin with mem followed by simple vocal shiva. All right. Okay, but always when yod is beginning with simple vocal shiva, then there will not be dagesh forte. But then when some nouns with mem followed by simple vocal shiva, you will also see that dagesh forte will not be placed.
So I have a doubt.
Yes.
So in this, the river, it is in your, here you are written ha aor. Is it high or ha aor pronunciation?
Okay.
Because when we add this he and pata, will the syllabification change for this word? Will it become high or will it remain ha ye or?
It is ha ye or only. Okay.
What is
there are number one, we know that it is a definite article separately, and number two, another shiva is there, which I didn't teach you. Okay, which will come much later. That is, in some places, even if the previous letter of the shiva is carrying a short vowel, it will be mildly pronounced. Okay, it will be mildly pronounced. That is why we are pronouncing it as ha a or.
Or.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, maybe in the next class I can give some notes and give some clarification of that. So this will not happen always. Only in certain cases this will happen. Okay, thank you for reminding that. So the example here for mem followed by simple vocal shiva is mesilla. Mesilla. So in mesilla, if you see, the definite article is he pata without dagesh forte, ha mesilla. Okay, ha mesilla. The same rule is applied here for the shiva. All right, but now if you see here, This mem followed by simple local Shiva and definite article He Pata is not applied to all the nouns that begin with mem followed by simple local Shiva. All right. So here there are some examples where you see the presence of Dagesh Pote in mem when it begins with simple local Shiva. Melakim, Ham Melakim, Mekomot, Ham Mekomot. Okay. So if you see here, mem being the initial consonant, which is followed by simple local Shiva, is not, taking the characteristic features of the exceptional cases. This is the regular form. Okay. So that rule applies only to all the nouns that begin with yod followed by simple local Shiva and some nouns that begin with mem followed by simple local Shiva. Yeah, and the final one, if you see here, we should not be confused that, okay, any word that begins with, simple local Shiva will not take the Dagesh Pote in the first consonant. No, that is not the case. Devarim. The initial consonant is Dalet followed by simple local Shiva. Har Devarim. Okay. Zekenim. Har Zekenim. So if you see here, this is something normal according to rule number 1. Before all the non-gutturals, the definite article will be written as it is. All right. Just a quick glance. There is no indefinite article in Hebrew. We have only definite article. So the definite article is He Pata Dagesh Pote. He Pata Dagesh Pote will be prefixed. Okay, so this is one thing that you have to understand in Hebrew. Definite article is not appearing separately. Definite article is attached, prefixed to the noun. Okay, so many things you will see in Hebrew. Prefixes will be there, suffixes will be there. Right? Now we are learning definite article. In the next class, we will learn prepositions. Along with the definite article, we will also see prepositions. And when we learn other things, we can also see that suffixes also will be there. That is the beauty of Hebrew language. So definite article He Pata Dagesh Pote will be placed as it is before all the nouns that begin with non-gutturals. Gutturals are divided into two categories, hard and soft. He and Chet, hard, Ain, Aleph, and Resh, soft. Before the hard gutturals, definite article will be written as He followed by Pata. Before the soft gutturals, definite article will be written as He followed by Kamets. Before, if the initial consonant is He followed by Kamets, if the initial consonant is He followed by Kamets, if the initial consonant is Ain followed by Kamets, then the definite article will be He followed by Segul. If the initial consonant is Yod followed by simple local Shiva, the definite article will be He followed by Pata without Dagesh Pote. And this same phenomena happens for some nouns that begin with mem followed by simple local Shiva, but not with all the nouns that begin with mem followed by simple local Shiva. And other letters, like for example, Dalatar, Zayin, all these letters, all the other letters except Yod and Mem, if they come across, if they begin the word with simple local Shiva, the first rule will be applied. He, Pata, and Dagesh Pote. All right. So this is all about the definite article in Hebrew.
Do we need to know?
Yes, please.
Yeah, do we need to know which words with mem will have will appear without a Dagesh Pote, and which words will appear with the Dagesh Pote? Like, how will we know that? Like, should we know that?
No, we don't have. Maybe there are set of nouns, but not all the nouns that begin with mem followed by simple local Shiva. Okay, so only while reading, we will be able to know that. So we don't have a separate table to say that, okay, these are the nouns which will appear with Dagesh Pote. And these are the nouns which will not appear with Dagesh portal. Okay. So now we are going to conclude. Let me just show the homework. I think there is one homework. Yep. So you need to add definite article to some of the nouns, and then you have, again some words to divide them into syllables. Only 2 sections in today's homework. And by the way, again, please excuse me. Coming Thursday, I'm not here. I'm just going for a seminar, for a presentation. I'll be back only on Monday night. So that means coming Thursday and Monday, we will not be able to meet, but I will compensate these classes on Wednesdays whenever we are free. So after this, I will be here only. I will not be traveling anywhere. So please excuse me, right? So due to one presentation, I have to go. All right. Hope you will understand. So please take time to revise whatever we have learned. And all those friends who are busy, please take time to revise. Otherwise, if the foundation is not good, we cannot construct further. All right. So all those people who are studious, you know the difficulty, right? So if you are not keeping in touch with the language, it will be difficult.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, will you be giving some reading exercise for us, sir?
I have already sent, right?
Yeah. Other than that?
Our language is basically from the Bible.
So we can start reading from our Bible itself, no? From Hebrew.
If you have a Hebrew Bible. So which Hebrew
We
Bible
can
you
try.
are? Yeah, which Hebrew Bible we need? Any idea? Which
No,
is the
sir.
standard?
BHS.
Exactly.
Biblia
Okay.
Hebraica Stuttgartensia.
Just a minute.
Actually, it is difficult for us to start reading, but then to know when we read again and again, I think we are used to the vowels, consonants, and it is easy for us to read it, sir.
This is the Hebrew Bible you should buy.
Okay, sir.
I will post it in the group. This is called as Biblia Hebraica Stuttgartensia. Okay, Biblia
sir.
Hebraica Stuttgartensia. If you have access to BSI, Bible Society of India.
Okay.
Yeah, the price of this is very cheap. It is either 700 or 750 or 800, not more than that.
Okay, sir.
Because this is printed in India, usually this Bible used to be very expensive. Okay, if you buy in abroad, it will be 50 euros hardbound and
750, sir. I think 7.
Yeah, that is 750. Yeah, that's the one. So if you are from which place, madam?
Chennai, sir.
Okay, then you can, if you go to BSI Auxiliary in Central, okay, near to
Okay.
BSI. You know BSI? Sorry, not BSI. CLS office, CLS bookstore.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in the same campus you have the BSI office, so you can
Okay, sir.
purchase it from there. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, friends. Thank you. We will meet. Maybe we can, if you all agree, then we can meet on 17th. Because 15th only I'll be coming. 17th, if you have time, we can meet during the same time. That's a compensatory class. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.